Welcome to this week's show of MBC Connect. I'm April Bragg, and today's guest is Carlee Schulte. She's the Executive Director of Milledgeville Main Street, the Downtown Development Authority. Welcome, Carlee.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Absolutely, we're glad to have you with us today. So for those who don't know, tell us a little bit about what it means to be a Main Street community.
Okay, well, to be a Main Street community, it means that you're not just recognized statewide, but also nationally as a Main Street community. It opens you up to a lot of different opportunities, funding resources, that sort of thing. Main Street works on a 4-point approach for revitalizing a downtown. The 4 points are promotion, organization, design, and economic restructuring.
Okay, how do those 4 points translate on the local level?
Okay, locally, through organization, we have myself and my staff, and also a board of directors that help do the day-to-day operations. And then on top of that, we have a lot of partnerships that we do, and then volunteerism that, we need volunteers all the time for everything that we do. So just using those to continue the organization. Design that one just has to do with keeping the look and feel of downtown appropriate, for the community and for the customers that we have. Promotion is, that one's pretty clear. It can take many forms between events and just different sort of advertising, things like that. But the last one is economic restructuring, and that one is just probably one of the most important is to keep track of our economic assets and make sure that we are changing our downtown to fit the customer's needs.
Great. Well, and you mentioned a lot of things, in a downtown, especially in a town like ours, I would say our downtown is the heart of our community.
Yes.
And certainly an economic development engine. And in Milledgeville, it definitely gives us a sense of place. Can you speak to some of those aspects about downtown and it being that driver?
Yes, definitely. Well, I think some of the biggest things that we have our downtown are obviously Georgia College and GMC. They flank our downtown area, so it gives it a sort of that sense of place, the vibrancy of the college students. We also have the historic buildings, so there's just the feel. It's a good feel for our downtown, and the Main Street program just helps to continue that and make sure that we are following the 4 points to have a vibrant downtown.
Absolutely. Now I know, we talked about design and economic restructuring. You're also the DDA director, that's correct?
Yes.
All right, speak to that a little bit,
Okay.
because I know that can be confusing for people to understand the difference in those roles.
Mm-hmm. The Downtown Development Authority is the DDA, and my board of directors serves as, this since you're on the board of directors, but serves as the Main Street board as well as the DDA board. Mm-hmm. And with that, it just kind of gives us another feather in our hat, being a DDA, for additional things that we can, different funding opportunities that we can use to promote and revitalize our downtown. The city is responsible for Main Street. Main Street is a department of the city, so myself and my staff are city employees, and then the DDA is a public agency of the city of Milledgeville, so it sort of is more independent than the Main Street program. Okay. But it all works together.
Sure. What do you think, I know you just went to a conference, the Georgia
Yes.
Downtown Association conference, and received some impressive awards. Tell us a little bit about the recognition that was received for our community there.
Okay. Well, myself, I received the certification for a downtown development professional, which is, good for me, and I think it's good for Milledgeville that I'm, trying to lead the program here.
And what does that mean? Tell us what that entails.
It just pretty much means that they're acknowledging that I have the experience, and I've, I had to present to a board, a panel, and pretty much explain why I felt that I deserve the certification, what I've done in my community, what sort of, things we've got going on that have been beneficial to Milledgeville. Mm-hmm. And then also had to take a test based on, different things about DDAs, Main Streets, and mm-hmm. how the program is supposed to work, to make sure I have a thorough knowledge of what I'm doing. Okay. But then we also got, I got a $1,000 scholarship to the National Main Street program, or institute, that'll be in Detroit, Michigan next year, which is just an awesome opportunity for me, and to bring ideas back to Milledgeville. Then locally, Frank Pendergast, who owns the Baldwin Loft, he won the Gold Award of Excellence in Design for that mixed-use residential retail commercial space. So that's a very impressive project. We've gotten every training and conference I've been to this whole year is talking about his project. So that was really amazing. And then the last thing, which we're very excited about, we got Downtown Development Program of the Year. That's throughout the state of Georgia, over 96 other communities. So it's just something that we plan to tout throughout the community. I think we should all talk about how, what this means for Milledgeville as a whole.
Absolutely.
And then one of the good things is $1,000 comes with that award, and then with Frank Pendergast's award, $500 comes to the Main Street Program, general fund. So we get to use that for different things.
Now, for the Program of the Year award, I know that was a big deal. I know a lot of different elements of the Main Street Program are evaluated as a result. Share with the viewers some of the different criteria that were considered to receive that recognition.
Okay. Well, it's actually not one, this is where it's kind of a shocker to the community that gets it, because it's not one you apply for.
Right.
It's something that I guess throughout the year at different trainings and different networking things that you go to, the Department of Community Affairs and the Georgia Municipal Association employees kind of evaluate who they think, what community is making changes and doing things the right way, and we just were chosen out of that. I'm sure that the 4 points are taken into consideration and how we're managing the program in that sense. So it's it's awesome to receive that and not have applied for it.
Sure.
But it's something that they just decide on throughout the year, I guess.
What are some of the things that you think we're doing, differently or better locally that got us the attention to be considered for that award?
Well, I mean, our downtown as a whole in the past few years, I think, has improved thanks to things like Frank Pendergast's project. There's $1 million investments into our downtown have a huge impact. We also have several programs that have been successful. Our First Friday event on the first Friday of every month has grown. This is the third year, and we have grown every month, with that. So that's been popular. And then also our farmers market's in our 5th year. We have the Deep Roots Festival. I think everyone's familiar with that. Brings over 15,000 people to our little downtown. So, and then one of our newest programs is called the Boost program, and it's an amazing program. It's very new and creative, and that created a lot of buzz statewide.
Great. Well, thank you, Carlee. When we come back, we're going to be talking with Carlee a little bit more about those programs that she referenced and what those impact our town, our downtown, and our community. Stay with us.
So this is my computer.
This is your computer. Let's go on the internet.
Let's go. Click it.
Yes.
Okay.
I cursor in between the R and the E. If I say dot, I want you to just push the period.
She's gonna love me all over again now.
That's it. Jamaica, here you come.
Here we go.
Good job.
Right. Thank you. Thank you. And I did it by myself. Feel smarter.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams?
Here.
Michael Adams.
Michael Adams.
Students who miss 18 days of school in any grade risk falling behind and not graduating. Absences add up. Keep track at boostattendance.org today.
The smallest moments can have the biggest impact on a child's life.
Ready or not, here I come.
Take time to be a dad today.
Daddy, I'm gonna find you.
Welcome back to MBC Connect. We're here with Carlee Schulte, and we left off. Carlee was telling us a little bit about the programs of Milledgeville Main Street. So Carlee, let's jump right in, and I guess we'll start with the farmers market.
Okay, we have a Milledgeville Marketplace Farmers Market. It's every Tuesday from 4 to 7 p.m. We are in our 5th year.
Wow.
So it's flown by, but we've had great success with that. I think it's a good opportunity in the middle of the week, kind of to let people come down and get fresh veggies, baked goods, and we also have some arts and crafts and things like that.
Now, what's the exact location of the farmers market for those who don't know?
I won't give you the address because it's
Sure.
sort of hard, but next to the Golden Pantry, downtown on Hancock Street. It's 222 West Hancock Street or East Hancock Street, but it's just in the grassy area right there. And we have actually last year received a grant from USDA, and so by the end of this year, we've had some holdups, but by the end of this year, we should have a pavilion for our market next year.
That's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
We're real excited about that.
Yeah, and that sort of leads us to another farmers market opportunity with First Friday.
Yes, our newest partner with our First Friday venture is the Presbyterian Church downtown, and it's the Fall Line Farmers Market. And so they set up right there at the church in the grassy area outside of the church from 4 to 8 in conjunction with our First Friday event.
Now, how long has First Friday been going on now?
This is the 3rd year.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that's hard to believe.
Yes, we've had it for, I think we took 2 months off last year. January and February, those are just slower months altogether, but it's been going on every month, every First Friday.
Even during the rain?
Yes. During the rain. This summer it rained a lot, or spring and summer it rained a lot, but that's the one thing we can't control. So we just, keep going and try for the next month. And it's usually from 6 to 9 p.m. We have live entertainment on the sidewalks, different activities. Each month has a theme. We've changed the themes somewhat, but we're trying to make them fun, exciting. We've had 80s night, a beach bash, Taste of Milledgeville, just all sorts of different things to try and, involve the community and just have something that everybody knows this is what's going on for that specific month.
Well, and having been a part of these and watching them grow, both as a business or a volunteer, and then coming with my family month after month, I mean, it's something I know my kids look forward to. We look forward to a night downtown. I feel like there's something for everyone. What have you, your staff, your volunteers done to keep it fresh and exciting? And I mean, the event has grown in popularity, in variety. So what do you do to keep one-upping yourself every time?
It's getting harder and harder, but each month, like I said, has a theme, and we are trying to keep that theme from year to year. So September will always be Taste of Milledgeville, but an example of that is the first year we did Taste of Downtown, and it was just free samples from the restaurants. The second year we did Taste of Milledgeville. We had a few outside restaurants to participate, and we started selling tickets, and then this year we did that again, and just trying to grow it each time. We've got the beach bash. We did something that I don't know any other community nearby has done. We put 60 tons of sand in a parking lot and created a beach in downtown Milledgeville. So that's probably the favorite of the community. Kids, it's such a kid-friendly event. We wanted to include everyone in the community. Downtown sometimes, especially with the college, they're seen as just a nightlife type of place, and we want it to also be a place where families can come and go shopping and have dinner on a Friday night.
Sure.
So.
Well, that's awesome. Well, I wish you continued success, because I think
you.
it's something that really does add to that sense of place that we talked about earlier, and really gives families an opportunity to experience downtown for themselves. Well, and of course, as you know, and I know, fall is in the air, and that means it's deep root season,
and
we're
chilly
coming
this
up.
morning.
It was, and we're coming up on an anniversary, which is hard to believe, but
a big one.
We're getting ready for deep roots, and we are in full swing. So tell us a little bit about what's going on and what we can expect for this year's festival.
Well, we're going to add in some new elements. We'll still have the barbecue and the arts and crafts, and this is our 10th year, so there's going to be a few little new surprises. We've got a great lineup of bands coming this year, and it's just going to be another Milledgeville's biggest day. It's our biggest fundraiser for the community, or for Main Street, the downtown. We use the proceeds to fund a facade match grant for the downtown businesses, and then also part of the money goes into our general fund to help with just all of our different promotions and events that we do.
Yeah, and share with our viewers just how many people we have come into our town, because I don't
Yes.
think everybody really realizes the true impact that has on the community.
This past year, we had 15,000 tickets sold.
Wow.
So it's definitely, I think the biggest thing to think about is that it's not just downtown. The hotels are booked. Restaurants outside of downtown are slammed that day because people don't want to wait downtown since they're already slammed. So it really has an impact on the entire community.
Well, it does. Our businesses, not only downtown, but throughout our community, see, record days. I mean, they report record sales on those days. So in our community, you can feel that sense of excitement far beyond the boundaries of our downtown. And I think you're right. It is our community's biggest day. And I think anything that we as a community can do to embrace that and celebrate it,
Definitely.
we need to do it. So move over, let somebody else have that parking space, and embrace it in good community spirit. So with that said, I guess give us a brief introduction, if you will, to the Boost program, and then in the next segment we'll welcome Donna Collins, one of your volunteers, and let her get us in the trenches with Boost.
Okay. Boost. It is our newest venture. It's gained popularity quickly. We're super excited about it. It's an incentive program for downtown businesses and entrepreneurs. I want to give most of the credit to Donna. She came to me with the idea, and her and I did some research. We met, and we just decided, you know what, we are going to run with this. And that's what we did. We've created a website, and we've just got things going, and I'll let her give you details, but it's just a really good program. We're trying to, community pride is involved and things like that to make sure that people feel like they can make a difference, and it's just a good, feel-good program, I think.
Absolutely. Well, and y'all hang on to your seats, because Donna Collins is up with us next to talk about the Boost program and how you, as a member of this community, can be involved in helping us grow entrepreneurs and business in our community. Stay tuned.
Really? Buzz, what's up, man? You left some leaves burning out here.
Yeah, I just came in just for a second.
Come on, man. If it's too hot to touch, it's too hot to leave. You could torch the whole neighborhood.
It's a good point there, Smokey.
9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
When some people struggle with their mortgage payments, they become frozen, petrified. Not knowing what to do, they do nothing. But the people who take action are far more likely to get the most positive outcome. Making home affordable is a free government program. Call now to talk one-on-one with a housing expert about the options that are right for you. Real help, real answers, right now.
But it would be safe to keep your distance until there's no secret that laughter makes you smile. Reliable sources say that chicken soup has found their way out of this dangerous, but they are returning.
Getting closer to nature can get you closer to your family. Go to discovertheforest.org.
And we're back now with Donna Collins, one of the volunteers and board members from Milledgeville Main Street, the DDA, and one of the pioneers for the Boost program. Donna, welcome to the show.
Thank you. I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, we're glad to have you. Well, Carlee has certainly boosted the Boost program, so we'll jump right in and just tell us a little bit about how this idea came about.
Well, I'll be glad to. Actually, it came to me. I was sitting in a meeting of community leaders, and we were talking about ways to improve our community and things that we could do that would help make downtown Milledgeville, as well as Milledgeville as a whole and Baldwin County, more successful. And someone mentioned the possibility of people going in together and pooling funds to help business owners. So that kind of got my wheels turning. Did a little research, found out there were similar programs where people, crowdfunding is one of the words that's been used to describe this type of program. Pitched it to Carlee. I serve on the Downtown Development Authority board. Pitched it to Carlee. She liked the idea. We pitched it to our board as a whole. They liked the idea. So we just kind of took it and ran with it. And boy, it has been just phenomenal. We've been so excited about the results and would love to tell you more about the details.
Yeah, well, and I'm telling you, having a front row seat serving on the board with you, watching this thing go from conception to implementation was like watching a speeding train. You know, I mean, the initiative that you took with this, I have to commend you on that. But the community buy-in, I think, has been tremendous. So tell us a little bit about just the getting started in the implementation process. I know you got a website up and running, and boosters just sort of started coming on board from the beginning.
Exactly. And I'll give a lot of thanks to the folks at Digital Bridges, and specifically Colin Moore. He assisted us greatly in getting our website up pretty quickly. So
and the website is?
The website is www.boostmilledgeville.com.
Okay.
We also have a Facebook page, which, as you know, in today's environment, that's a good way to get the word out quickly. So we've got the program organized, and we got the website up, we got the Facebook page up, we started networking, talking about the program, asking people to get involved as donors, and before we knew it, we had over 30 people who had donated for the first round of grants.
That's
so
amazing.
We were very, very excited.
So walk me through, how does the program work?
Okay, it is a grant fund, so the money is not repaid. Businesses are able to apply for the funding, and they have to be very specific about what they're going to use the funding for. On our website, we do have a list of things that we will consider funding and things that we will not fund. So very informative on what you can apply for there. But it's a very simple process. The donors contribute $100 twice a year.
Okay.
So $200 in a year. Very affordable. We wanted to make it affordable. We wanted to make it very inclusive so that people of all walks of life and people of all ages could get involved. The money is actually awarded 4 times a year.
Okay.
So we put the money in a pool, and then the folks who are interested in applying for the grants can apply online. And then once a quarter, we vote. The people who are donating the money vote, and that's how we select our grant recipients.
Okay, what are some examples of the things that can be funded?
Things like signage, marketing needs, equipment, pretty much anything that would help enhance your business. The things that we don't fund are your normal operating expenses, payroll, rent, but anything that would help you grow or enhance your business is eligible for funding.
Great. And then for those who are interested in becoming a booster, how would they go about getting involved?
Very easy. All you do is go to our website. There's a very brief form that you fill out. You send us $100 for your first donation for the year, and you become a booster. Very simple. When it's time to vote, we're going to email you the information, and you get to vote online, and then we announce the winners. Our next round of awards, the applications for grants are due October 25th, and we plan to announce those winners on November 18th.
That's amazing. And Donna, this first round, you had 3 recipients of
the grant?
3
recipients. They each received $1,000.
And they were?
Blossoms Florist, the Hair Bar Salon, and Amici's. The Hair Bar and Blossoms both used their money for new signage, and Amici's used their money to make some badly needed roof repairs.
That's great. Well, thank you so much, and I think we're going to have some footage of all 3 of those recipients in just a minute, but I want to thank Donna and, of course, Carlee for being our guests today, and thank you for joining us for this edition of MBC Connect.
Amber Simmons always wanted to run her own salon, and that dream came true 2 months ago. She and her husband are now the proud owners of Hair Bar. But running a small business is a big feat.
Some of the initial expenses are probably the most challenging thing. The inventory and the equipment and then the sign, right, and painting.
Now it's getting a little easier thanks to the Boost Grant, a new program that helps small downtown businesses with funding needs. business.
We just felt like a program where people would have a chance to give back and help support our local businesses would be something that folks might be interested in.
And they are. Downtown Development Authority board member Donna says more than 30 local business owners and residents signed up to be boosters. Each one donates $200. Then 4 times a year, they vote on which shops earn the money, anywhere from $100 to $1,000.
For a small business owner, $1,000 is huge. It could be the difference in you being able to keep your business open. It could be the difference in you being able to grow and expand your business.
Milledgeville Main Street Director Carlee Schulte adds the program is also boosting community pride.
They can walk around and say, you know, I helped that business get that product line or put that sign up, and that's what it's about, is having pride in your community and making these businesses feel like we are going to take care of them.
Knowing that your community is behind you, right, and your neighbors are supporting you, so it's just a good feeling.
In Milledgeville, Amanda Castro, 41 NBC News.
3 small businesses in downtown Milledgeville got a big surprise this morning when they got boosted. Blossom's Hair Bar, I should say, and Amici Italian Cafe. That sounds really good right now. They won $1,000 from Boost Milledgeville. It's a new grant program that's funded by members of the community. 8 businesses applied for the first round of that program. The director of Milledgeville Main Street Downtown Development Authority says this money will help these businesses with their funding needs.
This is helping them to market their business. It's helping them to fix problems that they're having in their building. So I think that for a small business, $1,000 can go a long way.
The application deadline for the next round of Boost grants is October 25th.